All right, that's it for Serie A. Let's move on to La Liga. There is obviously only one game to really talk about. We could talk about all of them if we really wanted to, but we got to touch upon the derby game that's coming up here. It's a cracking match to look forward to. Atletico just lost to Leverkusen in the Champions League by 2-0. Real Madrid just beat Leipzig by 2-0, although they left it late. It was an entertaining game to look forward to. We certainly weren't disappointed. No Karim Benzema. But this is a game that you would expect to see a reaction from Atleti. They're at home against Real Madrid. It is a derby game. James Bench, tough one to predict here and a tough one for Real Madrid.
Is it a tough one to predict? I kind of feel like Madrid are just rolling and are so convincing, Real Madrid that is, that actually, I know Atletico have had good moments, a great result against Celta Vigo, but it's sort of, for me, it kind of sums everything up about Atletico and where they've got in the last few years, that their best player, arguably, and I'm open to being told I'm wrong here, but their best player can't come on the pitch till the 60th minute in Antoine Griezmann. And I mean, not again, I will say this again whenever I'm on with you guys, I've not played the game at a professional level, but generally my experience would be that if you're playing in a professional football team, you should play your best footballers. And that's just, if I were a manager, that would be one of the things I'd do. It's radical. I know Diego Simeone clearly doesn't agree with me. Of course, there are financial reasons why Griezmann has to stay on the bench. But I kind of think that sort of sums it all up. And, I saw the highlights of the Leverkusen game. They just didn't really look like laying a glove on it didn't really look like laying a glove on a pretty ordinary Leverkusen team. They just are a bit underwhelming. And right now, Madrid are on a roll, and I think this is actually should be a game they win quite convincingly.
Nige, just before you jump in here, does it make a difference that Atleti lost that last game in Europe and they don't want to lose 2 games in a row, or the fact that this is a derby game and they absolutely don't want to lose? I mean, let's face it, Real Madrid are not the same without Karim Benzema. There is something big missing there, a big piece of the puzzle. So will they try to maybe keep it tight, make it frustrating, make it ugly, sneak a victory with the last 20, 30 minutes with the super sub who they're sneaking on the pitch for 20 minutes, try and win the game?
It's Atletico Madrid. It's a Diego Simeone side. They're definitely going to make it ugly. I think that regardless of any results both of these sides had, derby games, you either get this. You either get a very good game or a very poor game. You're not going to get no in between. And I think with how things are right now of Atletico Madrid, especially their last result, they're going to make this as ugly as possible. My thing is now is whether Real Madrid have the character, the mental strength in the team to be able to get through this battle, keep the game tight, and they've got the quality in the attacking sense. They've got more superstars who can put the ball into the back of the net than Atletico Madrid. So it's really how long can Atletico Madrid keep them out? But it's definitely going to be a game where Simeone is going to want to make it very physical, very ugly, and it's a derby. It can go either way. But if you're asking me, Ian, I think for me, Real Madrid have the edge because I look at the experience in what we've seen so far in their Champions League games. They haven't been great. They haven't been fantastic. They've had their backs against the wall in most of their games, but yet they still found a way to get the results. That's where the confidence comes from, and that's what I see from their attacking sense as well. And I feel that they've just got more attacking threat, more players who can come off the bench to really impact the game in the attacking end. And I feel that they're decent defensively. So I can see Real Madrid edging this again.
Well, Matt Osman just saying that Real Madrid are winning this one all day, every day. James Bench, Real Madrid have won every single game this season across all competitions. They've been very difficult to stop scoring goals. And even without Karim Benzema, last weekend, they were terrific against Mallorca. The youngsters are stepping up. Vinicius Jr. looks like he's grabbing this club and he is pushing this club forward. How do you stop them?
I don't know, because what's really intriguing me? This blend of proper, dyed-in-the-wool experience vets who know this game and are clearly imparting all the right habits onto your Vinicius Juniors, your Rodrigo, who started making these telling contributions and is being trusted with sort of leading the line in Benzema's absence. That to me is a worrying mix. How you stop them? I mean, A lot of other people have struggled.
Smash them, break their legs. That's what you want to say, Jim, but you can't really say it. That's only
you're going to need this to be...
Isn't Simeone the guy to do that? That's what I'm trying to get at. Isn't this going to be the case, James, where Simeone says, you know what? F this. I'm going to start smashing people. We're going to play really difficult. We're going to play dirty. And that's how we're going to win and get back in the title race.
That worked really well. It was in that lockdown season, the Madrid derby, and Madrid were coming into it flying. Obviously, there were no fans. That will be a bonus for Atletico. But Atletico just turned it into a street fight, into a brawl, maybe metaphorical. I can't remember if it was literal as well. Wouldn't rule anything out with Simeone's teams. That's what you do, isn't it? You make them play your game because there is going to be no one better. I know it's not the same Atleti of 5-6 years ago, but there is still that fighting spirit that they have. I think especially when they come up against Real Madrid, the aristocratic team, the team of, the Prado and the team of the richer side of Madrid. I think that's what you do. You get the fans on your side. You turn this into... I'm talking myself into Atletico Madrid winning it, and then I just think, yeah, but Real Madrid have got Vinicius and Luka.
Yeah, but no.
Ian, it sounded like he was kind of, in a certain way, describing Arsenal, like when Arsenal played Tottenham. The aristocrats, Arsenal fans, the private educated schoolboys and all that.
What do you think I'm an Arsenal fan?
There we go. Anyway.
All right. Well, let's get your predictions before we move on. This is a tough one to predict. I'm actually going to predict Atletico Madrid make this ugly and Atletico Madrid sneak a 1-0 victory. Guess who scores, James Bench? Guess who scores, James Bench? Antoine Griezmann comes off the bench and scores the winner. I'm predicting it's a tight one. What are you going for, James?
2-0 to Real Madrid. I still think it will be a bit tight, but quality pays, isn't it?
Nigel?
I am going to go for a 2-0 to Real Madrid as well. I think it's going to be tight, but I just feel that attacking sense, and we described it as well, Vinicius Jr., superstar, loving the spotlight, and he's not scared of that spotlight being on him. This is one of the games where he's going to really want to shine.
Well, what do you think out there if you're watching Qué Golazo? Is it going to be Real Madrid who takes glory in the Madrid derby, or will it be Atletico, who are 5 points behind in the Liga standings right now? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.